workers like the dryer sheets because they keep the wasps away. I got it. I am with it. I get it.
Understandably so. So maybe we can help out and put them in there for them.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And now I'm like, can I just put a dryer sheet
There you go.
in that one spot in the attic? Can I put a dryer sheet in that, you know?
Because even in your backyard, you would have.
Yeah, I'll put dryer sheets everywhere if that's all it takes.
Okay, I don't think those will help though with the heat of the storms today.
I don't think so. Let's get over to meteorologist Hannah Gard for a check on the weather.
This is good information though, because I have wasps living in my balcony railing, and now I'm just gonna shove a dryer sheet in there and see if it helps. I don't know. I'm kind of afraid to do it, but I'll do it. I'll test it out. Viper radar showing a lot of activity right now. We have widespread downpours and storms. We're seeing a lot of lightning with some of these, so we'll take a little radar tour. We have a wave of storms coming in from the west that's interacting with all the shower activity we've already been seeing. So near Homa, lots of downpours. Pretty much everybody is getting this rain right now. Chauvin, we're seeing that. Raceland, we have a stronger storm moving through there. And Thibodaux, lots of lightning. Elsewhere on the South Shore, we're seeing some downpours in Jefferson, Plaquemine, St. Bernard. Zooming into the city, we've had some downpours coming through New Orleans Metro. We just had one go through Kenner. Now it's off on the lake. And then we're seeing a lot of storm activity over here near Gentilly, Lake Forest. We saw some heavy rain briefly there at the start of this run. You can see we popped some purple near the Lower Garden District. Now we're seeing that rain moving up toward Gentilly. Lots of heavy rain building in down on the West Bank as well. So the good news, these are kind of moving quickly to the north. So we're not seeing a huge flooding issue right now. Everything kind of has some motion to it. You can see that with this storm on the West Bank. What we have to watch for is if they start stalling out and losing that motion. But here's an outflow boundary. We look for these little lines of green. Do you see that there moving to the east? That's going to hit any shower activity that's already happening over to the east and spark up more storms. But we have a big storm there moving through Letcher, Oak Alley. Up on the North Shore, we have little storms, but here's another outflow boundary. It's hard to see with the radar there, but that's going to also increase that storm activity. Storms moving into Hammond, Ponchatoula, southern Mississippi, also seeing these storms, except you're still waiting for that main wave of storms that's going to come in. So we'll keep watching that for you as we go throughout the next hour or so. You should start to see that wave of storms moving through. The modeling, not very aggressive with the storms. I think the previous run was a little bit better. We'll definitely see those storms firing up now that we're getting into the peak daytime heating, but we didn't really get a lot of heating early because we already started to see those showers. So that might help with keeping them not quite as strong. But then the model shows another round coming through this evening. So I think we'll just keep having to watch the radar even through the evening commute into the early evening hours before it tapers off late overnight into tomorrow morning. Same thing tomorrow, starts off dry. Here comes a round of afternoon storms. We'll have to watch for that as well with the flood threat. It's going to be the same pattern every day, giving you the first alert through Thursday for the heavy rain threat. Once we get to Friday, Saturday, and into the weekend, things start to dry out a little bit. I'm seeing a drier pattern because we don't have the southwest flow. That's what's coming around this high that's to the east, and that makes it very stormy. We have high pressure building over the southeast, and we get kind of an easterly flow. So it's not coming straight off the Gulf, pulling in all that moisture. We'll still have some moisture to work with for afternoon showers and storms, but I don't see it as stormy. But when it's less stormy, we go from average temperatures at 90 degrees to above normal in the mid-90s through the weekend. And the heat index there will start to push well into the triple digits. Might have to watch for some heat advisories. Looking at the tropics, we had Dahlia out there. This is now post-tropical. It's the fourth named storm in the eastern Pacific. We have another low that we're watching off the coast of Central America. That's moving to the northwest, has a high chance of developing over the next 7 days, but some modeling has it passing over the skinny part of Mexico into the Bay of Campeche and then going straight back into Mexico. So the Climate Prediction Center has outlined that area to watch for the Atlantic later in this week and the weekend, but it's more likely that it stays on that eastern Pacific side. So we'll continue to monitor that. The first name on the list is Andrea, but right now I'm not really seeing any threat in the tropics. National Hurricane Center says nothing for the next 7 days. So 60% for the storms today. It's looking like 100 right now, so a lot of us going to see that storm activity. Once we get through Thursday, that stormy pattern subsides a little bit, and we'll be tracking that heat for the weekend. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much.